Hey, welcome back everyone to Patriot Knife and Tool. I have a special episode here today. This is a 2 for Tuesday, but we're not going to be looking at knives. We're going to be looking at two men. So if you love American Indian history and the forging of the West, you're going to kind of like this, so stick around if you want to watch it. You might enjoy it. I got some family history here on the wife's side of the spectrum here. This is we're looking at two men. This man right here, George Stillman. He's an early pioneer settler of Nez Perce County, Idaho, northern Idaho. This was taken about 1890, and here he is with one of his draft horses up there in Nez Perce country, taken about 1890. So he was, he's in this book, folks, right here. This was handed down from the wife's father, who was born in 1930 in Colville, Washington. And this is a really, really cool book, The History of North Idaho. George, the wife's great-great-grandfather, is in this book. And we're going to take a quick look at that. But born in the early 1860s, settled up in Nez Perce country. By the 1880s, he was in the whole Nez Perce area. And he was friends with the Nez Perce tribe and the Indians, and he had met Chief Joseph a few times. So this is the other man we're talking about right here, folks. Undeniably the most important American Indian of the Pacific Northwest. Chief Joseph. His Indian name, Thunder Rolling Off the Mountains. That's his Indian name, Chief Joseph. Here he is right here. And we're going to get into this a little bit. I've got a few artifacts that were passed down. Nez Perce patch of beadwork, very, very old here. Hammer pole, tomahawk, and a Catlinite redstone pipe. Well, we inherited this book, and it is an amazing book. We're going to look really quickly, and we're going to talk about George Stillman for another minute or so. Let's. This book is so fragile, folks. I'll show you the date on this book here. 1903. And Mr. Stillman is in the book. Here he is, right here. Yep, there he is. So he was a very prominent Nez Perce County, Idaho settler. There's a story on him. It gets into it. It's pretty cool. Friends of the Nez Perce. Really, really cool history. Had a huge family. He passed away right around the same time that Joseph died. I think Joseph died in 1907. And George died right around that same time. And most of his kids and stuff ended up down in Lewiston, Idaho, which is just a stone's throw from Nez Perce, the little town. So, really, really precious history. That book needs to be, probably cost $1,000 to have that book restored, but we probably will do it someday. Yeah, so let's, we're going to dive into the Nez Perce and Chief Joseph a little bit here. Before we do that, let's take a look at a few artifacts that were handed down Here's another really special one here, folks. 1890s Nez Perce hat. Nez Perce hat, Lapwai, Idaho. Lapwai, Idaho is basically the home capital, headquarters of the Nez Perce tribe along the Clearwater River. So inherited some photographs, big old photograph album. But cabinet card here from about 1880, just a few years after the Nez Perce War. Look at this elk hide flap on this teepee here. This is taken in Lapwai, Idaho. The artwork depicts the Nez Perce War, I think it was 1873. Incredible. Here's a few photographs that were in the family album. 1910, here's a Nez Perce man with a pistol on his hip. Isn't that cool? Yep. See if there's any more here. This was in there. 1880s, real tiny little photograph of some Nez Perce Braves. And now I can guarantee you these men fought in the Nez Perce War of 1873. Pretty cool. All right, let's kind of dive into Chief Joseph a little bit here, folks. Born in 1840, him and during the Nez Perce War in the early 1870s, Joseph led a band of Nez Perce, various tribes on a quest to try to make it up into Canada and seek refuge with Sitting Bull. And they didn't quite make it. Some of them made it, but Chief Joseph, they captured him just not very far from the Canadian border, and he surrendered. He surrendered, folks. This is a really incredible book here. Right here. You can get this book. It's not that expensive, and it's just full of the historical aspects of the Nez Perce Indians, the Lewis and Clark expedition. This is Joseph's cousin. He was one of the Nez Perce that did make it up to Canada and sought refuge with Sitting Bull. I have a snapshot photo of him. I'll show you. All right, so try not to make this go too long. So Chief Joseph was captured. He surrendered, and they would not let Chief Joseph spend the rest of his days in Lapwai, Idaho, with the main group of Nez Perce. They set up a special small little reservation on the Colville Indian Reservation in Washington State out of Spokane. And this is Nespelum. One of these teepees here is probably was one of Joseph's teepees. This is taken in the late 30s. So Joseph, they kind of banished him. They did not allow him to, his family and his group, stay in Idaho. But he traveled once in a while. He would come into the Lewiston area. And old George Stillman there, he met him a few times and was friends with the Nez Perce. So I'm going to end it here, folks. We're going to listen to a song that I wrote It's called Indian Pony. And we're going to look at some more Nez Perce photographs. See if I can load this up. Okay. I saw an Indian pony up on the hill. I could see his cold, cold breath in the air as the sun came over the hill. Way up in Idaho, where it's still wild and free, I thought I saw a paint horse and a rider watching me. The rider's face was painted, there were feathers in his hair. I looked away for a moment, then he wasn't there. So I walked up to the top of the hill to see what I just saw. Down below me, on the other side, were teepees and a draw. Children were laughing, running here and there. An old woman was by a fire, and smoke was in the air. And then a bolt of lightning struck the sky, and thunder filled the air. And when I looked back down below me, nothing was there. So I walked back down to my truck, miles from where I'd been. And every step I took, I kept wondering, was it a dream? When I opened up my truck door, lying on the seat was an eagle feather and some beads. Way up in Idaho, where it's still wild and free, thought I saw a painted horse and a rider watching me. Saw an Indian pony up on a hill. I could see his cold, cold breath in the air as the sun came over the hill. Joseph. Thunder rolling down off the mountain. Thanks for watching. God bless.